Take 4.
Hi, Chrissy Rios.
Hi, Hope Hassan. Oh my God.
It has been a struggle this morning.
You know what? I want to say it's because we don't record on Sundays or we're just off our game, but we have recorded on Sundays before.
We have.
We're in a very fucked up spot. It only took 4 tries, 5 tries maybe. I don't know. I've lost count.
5 tries, 2 hours, 10 minutes.
A total reboot of the Mac. A total reset of
the noise gates
and functions and Logic Pro X banana BS. But I think we're good. Maybe. I have to turn sideways.
I sure hope so.
So I can't tell right now because I also feel like I'm in some weird neck brace to be able to do it. Let's just hope. Let's hope because, honest to God, I can't go back and do it anymore. Hi.
Hi.
I also forgot my paper, so I kind of going to depend on you to sort of kind of lead a little
I'll
bit,
guide you through
because
it.
I also showed up with a phone that's on almost no battery. Again, and now my face recognition is like, nah, not today, kid. Not today.
I do not recognize you.
It is ridiculous. All right, so let's start out with the fact that, A, we made our drinks about an hour ago. I'm already done.
You need it more than I do. You're behind the scenes doing the computer
honestly,
shit.
It has been a struggle today, so I've already drank my drink. We had I had.
Mm-hmm.
I could probably have had another. If I really was thinking smart, I'd have done that before we started recording. We are having a spicy Bloody Mary today with a skewer stick.
A very fancy skewer.
Well, it wasn't as fancy as I wanted. I was going to make some bacon.
It's pretty damn fancy.
I didn't have long enough skewers. I only had the little baby skewers.
Gosh darn.
So since I only had the baby skewers, I was like, all right, I'm limited to what I can put on. So I got creative with what I had at home, too, because I didn't feel like running back out after the con yesterday and all my errands to go and get more shit to put on a skewer. Okay, that sounds
I don't know if I want shit on a skewer in my Bloody Mary, but
wait, what is that saying? Shit on a shingle? Isn't that a saying?
I don't know.
So. I think it's an old school
It's
saying.
probably one.
I feel like I heard my grandpa say that once or twice or 20 times.
Shit on a shingle.
Shit on a shingle.
Wow.
We have to look this up after because I'm almost sure it exists.
I feel like I need to include that in my dictionary or whatever of sayings.
Of phrases?
Yeah.
If you don't, I'd be terribly disappointed.
I'm definitely using that one.
Right on. So, all right, we made our spicy Bloody Mary today with Sucker Punch Bloody Mary Mix, which is the fucking bomb.
It's really good.
It is so good. I love it. I tried it once. I think I told you I tested it at Mariano's, and I fell in love. I buy it all the time, but I get it at Betties because I'm in Betties, which ridiculously seems more than I've ever been in my entire life since we started this podcast. And we use North Star vodka. So, it was really good.
Did you say North Star?
Is that what it is now? It's Next Star. Dude, I'm going to be editing the fuck out of this podcast. Seriously. I did say North Star. You know who the fucking
It
North
will
Stars
guide
are?
you.
Wait, but you know what's fucked up is the reason I say North Stars used to be the Minnesota hockey team. Now, I'm not thinking the G's. I'm thinking the hockey team. Because why would I go to Jesus when I could go to NHL? Come on. That's my religion anyway. So there you go. And now I probably won't edit that out because it turns out that it's actually funny. Sorry, Next Star Vodka for just botching your name hardcore.
I mean, it might guide you to enlightenment.
Dude, if I drink enough of it, it surely would, right? Like it has to.
It's not Next Star, it's North Star.
No, it's Next Star.
I know, but that's what I'm saying.
Like, shit, did I fuck it up twice? No. I literally was like, oh my God, how many takes of getting the vodka name right?
Oh my God.
I had one drink.
No. It's Next Star. You got it.
Ugh, sorry, Next Star. I'm a hot mess today. It's been a messy start. And my phone still will not face recognize me and all my notes are on the phone.
It's okay.
The struggle
it's gonna be all right.
Real today.
We're gonna get through this.
All right, so let's talk about. We did do the Comic-Con.
We did
yesterday.
It was an experience.
It was small.
It was.
It's a baby con. It's brand new. Yeah, I expected small. Is much smaller than I anticipated by a long shot. I won't bash them for some things because in some aspects they really did do things well, but in other aspects it's a little bit messy. It's a little bit disorganized would be the choice of words I think I would use.
Here's my thing. It's a baby con. We were expecting it to be small. My biggest constructive criticism would be flow.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. It's disorganized.
Yeah, I mean,
things were just not where they should have been. They didn't make sense, and it made it really hard to figure out where you were supposed to go.
Yeah, navigating
next.
it. Yeah.
I mean, they were very friendly up front. I think the guy that we encountered when we went to pick up the press passes, I feel like
he's
he's
head honcho.
Yeah, because he was very proud to hand us those press passes, but he was overseeing everything. And I really paid attention to that, and I think that it's probably his baby. So,
I mean, I'm not knocking it. I think overall, considering that it was a baby con in terms of like artists, they had a lot of artists, more than I anticipated even. I just wish that they would have kept artists separate from vendors. That's my only constructive criticism, really.
I think mine would be, I mean, obviously the flow has to be changed, so Artist Alley should be separate from vendors. When you have people like Jake the Snake Roberts, and the way they set up that line of where the people with autographs would go, it just didn't make sense. It wasn't a clean flow. You had vendors on one side, you had the autograph people on another, but it wasn't a clear draw, and it didn't make them feel or look special to me.
Yeah, because at other cons we've gone to, it's totally separate.
Yes.
Like it's on the other side of the world in comparison.
Yeah, and they had that whole back area that they should have made for the autographs, in my opinion.
Yeah,
if I would have organized it, I would have done it very differently.
Yeah, they still had a lot of space to utilize now that I think about it.
And that back end, where I'm talking about, that's where I would have put all the autograph people, and I would have set it up where you had a banner that was hanging from the ceiling that said autographs, or celebrities or something that said that and made it crystal clear that's where they were at.
But otherwise, I mean, again, Baby Con, because, I mean, you have C2E2, you have Wizard World, you have ASIN. So it's kind of nice to have another variety of con.
Sure. I'm always down for a Comic-Con. You know that. I'll go to everyone that I can get myself into the door on. I love Comic-Con. All right, so that's that.
Okay, so mystery solved this week. I don't know. This week was full of surprises.
How so?
So I talked about my stalker.
Oh, the last podcast.
Last podcast. Mr. Todd Guscock or Guscock, whatever the hell his name.
We've talked about this.
Yeah.
It's Guscock.
So I've solved the mystery.
Who is it?
My sister.
Shut up.
I'm dead serious.
So first off, I feel bad for your brother because he was pinned to the wall on that one. Dead to rights, we thought he was the guy. Well, especially you.
I really did because I could have swore I heard Gabriel say that name before or something along those lines because Gabe is I call him the like jolly giant because he's super tall, at least in comparison to myself. And he's one of those like the cute little brother that plays tricks on you, you know.
Yeah.
Nothing harmful, but just funny, right? So I thought it was definitely him. It was not. It was my sister.
How did I need to know how it was discovered?
So every weekend I go over to my parents' house, see what's up, and I had mentioned to them, in a like very sarcastic manner because I knew it must have been someone that was messing with me. So I went up to them. My sister, my mom was there. I'm trying to think if Gabe was there, but whatever. I go, I got a really strange message this week, like a whole, not just one message, like several messages. And, of course, my mom was like, like, what are you talking about? Tell me more. And Sarah, of course, is like just this look on her face that's just like giving her away.
Yeah.
It's just, it's funny. No, she doesn't. So now I'm going on, and I'm explaining what the conversation was. And I said, do you guys know what Todd Guscock, really, do you guys know? Because I had previously asked in the family chat. And obviously, like, there's only so much you can read from text messages where if you're talking to someone face to face and they don't have a good poker face, you're going to know right away that it's a lie. So needless to say, Sarah busts out laughing and she's like, ha ha, I know you're sassy as fuck, blah, blah, blah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So she was basically playing off of the conversation I had with Todd. I'm doing air quotes right now. And it turns out that it was her all along, and I was like, I fucking knew it. But here's the kicker. My mom was in on it.
Oh, you're shitting me.
No, my mom was totally in on it. And I said, wow, Mom, thanks for, like, being honest when I asked you guys about...
She didn't answer?
No, she didn't.
Didn't lie to you because they didn't answer you.
Yeah, she didn't reply. It was just a conversation between, like, Gabe, myself... My dad was like, what the fuck? And then naturally, because dads are dads. But yeah, it was Sarah all along.
Sarah mad props.
You know, I should have just went with my gut and thought that it was her because she's prank called me before, like off of those apps that like change your voice or they'll have like a pre-recorded message on it. Yeah.
That's so great.
So, mystery solved.
I enjoyed it.
It was fun.
Sarah. That was fun.
So,
that was funny.
How about you? How was your week?
Speaking of stalkers. So I'm walking Harper the other day and I hear a very familiar voice, but not in that like super positive, I recognize the voice sense. And I turn around and there is dog psychic woman chasing me down the street. I mean, literally flailing, arms flailing as she's running. She reminded me of the Freddy Krueger alley scene where the arms are out and he starts running towards you and he's like,
God.
Going,
oh
like,
God, this sounds
crazy.
like a nightmare.
And I see her and I'm like, would it be, in my head, I'm like, would it be wrong to run? Like, it was a thought that occurred to me because I had nothing left in the tank that day to deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
But additionally, it was scaring the shit out of me. She looked like she was going to come and like, I don't know, kill us or just kill me because she wants my dog. So we stop like as we get to the corner because I didn't stop to talk to her. I just kind of pretended like I didn't really see her.
Yeah.
And I get to the corner and she's like completely, I caught you, baby.
Oh my God. The fact that she said, I caught you, baby.
Yes, I caught you, baby. And I was like, hi, I didn't see
you.
And she was like, oh, it's okay. She was like, but she did. And she starts pointing to Harper and she's like, because she knows my smell. She knows when I'm nearby. And I'm like, oh, well, you know, they say dogs can smell people from 12 miles away. And I'm like, just like trying to say, it's not just you.
Yeah.
It's people in general.
Yeah.
Dude, then she went on to tell me about how my dog is so happy and she's so loved and she doesn't know how to tell me. So I'm like, no, trust me. She tells me all the time. Mm-hmm. This dog is up my ass like nobody's business. She's like telling me, she's literally doing my dog's psychic reading on the corner of literally five houses away from my house. And all I can see is the motherland. Like, I just need to get there.
Yeah.
I just need to get there. So I start walking. I was like, oh, you know, that's great. Thank you. And I'm trying not to be an asshole to her. Then as we cross the street, she breaks into, yeah, you know, I think I picked up this ability when my mom and dad beat me. How the fuck do you walk away from that? So I'm like, wait, what? And she was like,
I'm trying to make the connection between dog psychic and
let's be real here.
Being abused.
I don't know that there is, and I don't know that there isn't, and I don't want to take that away from anybody who's been through an abuseful situation.
No.
But it was just a weird thing, and then I'm like, I can't walk away from this woman now because that would make me such a fucking monster. So I start talking to her, and I'm like, I'm really sorry to hear that because genuinely I would be, and I am. And I was like, I'm really sorry to hear that. And she then goes on about how, you know, she has 9 kids and she's raised them all without ever laying a hand on them. And she said, I feel like at one point your dog, because I know you rescued her, she was abused. Because abused people can sense abused animals. And she's going through this whole thing and it literally like flipped about 15 different times to different like abusive conversations. And I'm just standing there, A, thinking I'm never getting home. B, I can't walk away from this woman because she's emotionally
unstable.
Unstable is a very good choice of words. And I don't know what to do. I mean, I'm literally like just,
you know, I feel like that's a really sensitive.
Fair. She chased me down the street.
I know,
with my
but
dog.
even
I don't know that she's altogether stable.
No, I get that, but even as just like a normal happenstance, I just probably like if you're a dog psychic, cool, read my dog.
If you're a dog psychic, cool, that's good on you.
Yeah, I mean, if that's your thing, cool, more power to you. However you developed your senses or whatever, but I like the whole describing an abusive situation is kind of scary.
It was a little bit out of left field. I wasn't expecting it. I didn't know how to react to it. And all I could do was just stand there and talk to her for a few minutes. And then finally she was just done with us. Like, and I mean, it was a quick, abrupt, well, I have to go now. It was good seeing you. And she walked away. There wasn't even like waiting for us to say goodbye. She just walked away. And I thought, oh my gosh, what just happened? So we went back to the house and I'm sitting there and I'm looking at my dog like, so like, how'd your psychic reading go?